Ryan here with Prudential Pest Solutions. And these, well, those are Carpenter Bees. And this, well, this is a piece of wood. You put Carpenter Bees and wood together, and what do you have? Well, for some homeowners, it's a nightmare. Others, it's just a nuisance. But in this video, I'm going to show you the kind of damage that Carpenter Bees can cause, why they cause it, and what professionals like us at Prudential Pest can do about it. So what we're looking at here is a piece of deck boarding. And this board used to be twice as thick. The homeowners at Carpenter, they actually cut this in half so we can actually see. But Carpenter Bees will make 1/2-inch holes, and they're almost perfectly round. And what a lot of homeowners do is they'll grab a can of spray and they'll just spray it right in there. But here's why that may not work. So as we pull this around, this is inside of the hole now. So they cut this in half, and you can see that this channel goes all the way over to here and goes all the, here's the hole again, goes all the way over to here. So that's about, and you can't really see it in the video, but that's about 1.5 feet, 18 inches long. I don't know how many centimeters because I'm not on that style, but it's about 18 inches long. And we can also see here what looks like little channels. Let me come a little closer here. This is a better one here. And what these are this is the brood, or the young, the juvenile. This is where the Carpenter Bees lay their eggs. They develop in here, and then they chew their way out. So here's another extensive set. So this one is multi-layered. So this one comes in, they can go this way, they can go this way, they can go up another level, and they're going all throughout here. And that's why even just a can of spray foam or a can of over-the-counter spray isn't going to resolve this issue. So here's the hole here, almost perfectly 1/2 inch around, and they came in and they're just chewing this wood from the inside out. So how do the professionals at Prudential Pest Solutions treat and eradicate and prevent Carpenter Bees? Well, I'm going to show you. So we use an insecticidal dust called Tempo with the active ingredient of cyfluthrin. And what we want to do, let me just put this down, is we put that inside of a bulb duster. And what happens when I squeeze this, the dust will come out here. Now we inject this into each and every hole. And as if I turn it around, you can see that when I put that dust through, now there's obviously no dust in this now, but it's going to permeate all these voids and all these channels when I do that. Why is that important? And why does it work better than an aerosol? Well, number one, if you use an over-the-counter aerosol, number one, it's not going to go through all these channels and these galleries. But two is it doesn't have any longevity. The dust, not only will it travel all these nooks and crannies, but it's going to last a long time too. And why is that important? Well, it does 3 things for us. One, if the Carpenter Bees are in here, they're impacted by the dust and they're done. If the bees are flying around and they come back, guess what? The dust is in there and they're done. But equally as important, the last thing is that these new ones that are going to hatch, as soon as they hatch and they develop, they're going to come across that dust and they're done as well. So not only are we taking care of this generation of Carpenter Bees, but the next as well. Now, that is how we treat for Carpenter Bees. We also have a liquid application that we can use as well, and we can tailor fit any treatment to your specific house. So if you have Carpenter Bees, don't be spending your summer going like this. Just pick up the phone, call or text Prudential Pest Solutions.